Hi everyone! Welcome to Wendy's Lookbook. We are doing our third segment to our shopping on eBay today. And for the first two segments, it is right here. It's about handbags and shoes. And it's also an introductory segment to shopping on eBay too. So I think that's really helpful. But for this particular video, we are going to dedicate it to shopping on eBay for clothes. It took me so long to do this video. It's just because I think shopping for clothes is it's more difficult, it's harder on eBay because there's just so much of it that you might get lost in just a pile of auction listings and everything. And unlike handbags and shoes where we can authenticate certain items, clothes turn over so fast that's harder to authenticate clothing items. But so hopefully with this video, it'll help us get familiarized with the platform and how to just kind of search for stuff on eBay, especially for clothing items that you really want. But we're gonna go over a few points. And to start off, we're gonna focus on really know what you're looking for before even going on eBay, and how to search for clothes on eBay, what to look for in the description box, the price history, which is very important, different types of sellers on eBay, and what clothing items to avoid. So let's get started. So to me, eBay is like one ginormous Macy's. There's just so much stuff on there, and there's just so much clothing items that sometimes it can be very intimidating to shop, on the platform. So what I do is that I use eBay to search for particular brands that I want to buy from at a discounted price. So I wanted to share with you a couple of items that I've purchased in the past. Just a few examples, but one of my favorite brands ever is Theory. So I got this sweater. It's a blend of cashmere and silk, and usually it retails around $250, and I got it for eBay for $40. And this is kind of like the deals that I look for, and I use this all the time. This top is very, very familiar. I wear this all the time. This is my favorite white tee. I have an episode with her in it, but it's by Splendid. I bought this top for about $12 on eBay months and months and months ago. I look for Splendid items all the time. And then my biggest shopping splurge that I did on eBay, which are these leather shorts. I've been in love with leather shorts since late summer. I found these helmet length shorts the price is not cheap, but the discount is steep. So I got these for $100, and the original retail price, it goes for $700. So it's just kind of examples of what items I look for and the discount range that you can find on eBay. So before searching these items on eBay, I went to the stores that carry them. For example, with Splendid, I went to Macy's and Nordstrom that carry a lot of Splendid to feel the material, to get an overall understanding of the brand and the textures and the materials, so that when I do buy things on eBay, I have a frame of reference. It's like my way of authenticating items. It's really researching the brands and spending time feeling the materials and fabrics. So let's get started. Yay! Okay, let's start with a brand that we know that has a high retail value that we want to buy at a discount. So one of my favorite brands is Marc Jacobs. Oops, where's my mouse? So what I do is I search by the brand name, Marc Jacobs, and then my size. So Marc Jacobs, extra small. Okay. And it comes up to over 300 searches, and I like to just passively go through them. But we're gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna show you a cool sweater that I saw. So this is a Marc Jacobs sweater, and it is right now at $30, and it has 13 hours left. So hopefully less than a day we can get a really good discount on it. So let's look at the listing. The material is 30% cashmere, 70% wool. And in my experience in shopping and feeling Marc Jacobs, I know this type of material and sweater usually retails around $300. So with that, we know how much of a discount that we're getting actually shopping on eBay. So we read the description very carefully. This person says it's in excellent condition. Okay, great. And then what I do is I read everything, and if there's any missing information, I send a question to the seller right away. And one thing or a couple things I always ask is, what is the shoulder to shoulder measurement? What is the bust measurement? And what is the total length? That gives me a better gauge of how this particular item will fit on me. So then it minimizes our chances of buying items that are ill-fitting for our bodies. So this seller does not have the information on here. So what I do is I go right ahead, I email her to get all that information before committing to even bidding on this item. So now that I'm interested in this item, what I do is I try to research more. So I go on Google and try to find this particular sweater. And of course, it's not available, mainly because it's probably a past season sweater. And I think that's where the difficulty is in authenticating a clothing item on eBay. Unlike bags where they've been around for many, many, many years, sweaters and items, clothing items, go in and out of season. So it's hard to search for that particular item. So I think that's why it's a good idea to know the brand, know the material very well, so then we can have a better approximation on the retail price. So when we get on eBay, we know how much of a discount that we're getting once we bid. So types of sellers on eBay, there's just a handful. Mainly they're personal sellers selling from their personal collection, like someone like me if I were to sell. And there's also more of a small business. I personally like buying from personal sellers because I feel more comfortable knowing that they probably bought it at Nordstrom or something, they're not using it anymore, and that's why they're selling it on eBay. Small shops on eBay, they work well too, mainly because they sell like secondhand items, or they sell items that have like small flaws on it, so then we can get the discount off of that. So with this example, the Marc Jacobs example, is clearly they are a small business because they have over 16,000 feedback. And I checked their feedback to see how it is. Oh my gosh, it's really, really good. I'm really happy. In the last year, they've only had one negative. So to maintain that type of feedback, that means that they're in really good business. What I also do is check other items that they have on sale, to give us a range of what kind of goods they have available. They're selling Uggs, they're selling other designer items. So I feel more comfortable with this particular seller. That's really cute. So there are certain items that I definitely avoid on eBay because I've seen a lot of fakes, which are designer jeans. I think it is probably one of the hardest items to authenticate. And because of that, the demand is so high for designer jeans, it's more available for fakes to really happen on eBay. So I avoid that. To wrap things up, we win our auction on eBay and we receive the package, hopefully, a few days later. What I do is that I happily open the package. I run and open the package. And then what I do is I sit there literally and inspect every stitching. I know it's really crazy, but I inspect every stitching. I feel the material. That's a really strong dead giveaway if the item is not real. The material feels very hard or doesn't even move sometimes. So I wear it and then I make a pairing video out of it. No, but I basically really spend time feeling the material to get a comfort level of what kind of quality it is to make sure that it's, the brand that you're paying for. So that's it. I think when you first start shopping on eBay, it can be very intimidating. I've been shopping on this platform for about 4 years, so I'm very comfortable with it. But so far, knock on wood, no problems. I've had very good deals. But I hope this video is helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon on YouTube Land.